channel is literally filled to the rim with hair growth tips that I've told you guys over the years. Some of the hair growth tips I still do. Some of them I'm like, yeah, I know I don't do that anymore.
What did you say? Go on.
Back with another video. There's so much that I've told you guys, and I wanted to tell you guys some new things that I've learned that will change your hair care game in the next 30 days if you do them consistently. Yeah, hopefully my tips help you. So let's get into it. Okay, so these are going to be kind of underrated gems. First things first is definitely going to be scalp care. Now I know you guys are probably like, that's a given. Honestly, it's not. I used to put scalp care on the back burner so much. I honestly did not start to do more scalp care until I started making my own products and just learning about a lot of it from like formulators and things like that. But before that, I didn't know that your scalp was, like, I knew that was important, but I wasn't really focused on it. Now I have a whole routine for my scalp. You guys know also that I absolutely love oils. I always use my growth oils. On wash day, you can pop in some scalp oil, a little scalp massage to get the blood flowing, and boom, that's gonna help your hair to definitely grow. Honestly, I think that oils are absolutely a game changer for your hair. I will always say that. It all comes down to finding the best oil for you. For me, I absolutely love my growth oil, but for others, it may be like rosemary and clove oil or whatever you find actually works for you. Another game-changing tip that I absolutely love is to balance moisture and protein. So you don't want to do too much of either. So like alternating sometimes between a hydrating mask and then a protein mask. I actually use protein masks as needed, but if you are a person who just constantly uses like hydrating masks, I encourage you to switch up your products and switch up your routines a little bit every now and then, just so your hair doesn't get used to a certain method or routine and honestly stop reacting to it. Do not go overboard with your protein mask because that can also cause your hair to feel very brittle if you're doing protein mask too much. Okay, next is going to be to eat your nutrients. Now, don't click out of this video when you hear that little tip because trust me, it's annoying, but it's a really good tip to incorporate into your routines. If you change and up your nutrients and just routines that you have and habits that you're doing, it really does make a difference in not only your hair, but in your body and your skin. Overall, you're just gonna feel a lot better. Having those really powerful herbs and like nutrients in your diet is really gonna help for your hair to grow and for your hair to feel a lot more vibrant. Also, if you like liquid vitamins, that's a really good one as well. I talked about that on my channel before. Liquid vitamins are so amazing because they have like hair loving vitamins and nutrients. And also, if you don't feel like that you're getting enough with your food or you're super busy and you don't really have time to focus on that, having a liquid vitamin or like a multivitamin that you can take is really going to help. I'm going to recommend that 30 days you focus on doing that. I like to stress liquid multivitamins because your body does absorb it a lot more, so it's going to be 90% versus that 30% with actual pill vitamins. But if you have a pill vitamin, I take pill vitamins sometimes as well. It's not going to like be a horrible thing, but I just wanted to stress that if you have access to a liquid vitamin, that's definitely going to help. So I'll have some liquid vitamins that I recommend down in the description box, along with all the other things that I recommend in this video. It'll be down below. So this next tip is going to be scalp detoxes. Your hair is actually growing from your scalp, so it makes sense to focus on it a little bit more. It's very common that buildup gets on the scalp, so product buildup and things like that, which can actually halt hair growth. With that being said, you want to make sure that you're keeping your scalp clean so that your hair can be nice and free to grow. So I like to say, like, you can do these scalp resets or follicle resets every 2 weeks or every month, whenever you feel that it's needed. You can do like apple cider vinegar rinses. You can do clay masks, which are really good for getting impurities out of the scalp. I like the Indian healing clay mask, which is basically bentonite clay. It's very messy and I have not done it in a long time. It does take a lot of time, so that's why I say to spread it out to like every month. Make it something that you do on like your reset days or days where you have a lot of time to like pour into yourself and take care of yourself. I don't know if you guys ever heard of this, but aloe vera juice on your scalp helps with inflammation. So if you have swelling on your scalp, if you have scalp issues a lot, or if you have issues with your scalp feeling inflamed, aloe vera is going to help to soothe your scalp. With that being said, if you're using aloe vera from the actual plant, make sure that you wash it, because there's some type of, I don't know if it's like a chemical, a natural chemical that the aloe vera gives off, but it can make your scalp feel itchy if you don't wash it off. Some of you guys are gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. If you know more about that, put it in the comment section, because I'm not completely educated on it. If you don't want to do all that, there are aloe veras that you can buy in the store. Whole Foods has a section where they have aloe vera in the refrigerator where it's super fresh and it's already strained and things like that. And then I found a aloe vera juice on Amazon as well that is not having to be in the refrigerator, but it doesn't have as much preservatives as the other aloe veras that I've come into contact with. Basically on wash day, you're gonna put the aloe vera on your scalp as like a pre-poo and leave it on for 30 minutes before you actually start your wash routine. And then you're gonna of course wash it off, and boom, that is gonna help with inflammation on the scalp. If you have too much inflammation on your scalp or in any area, it's going to be a blockage. It's gonna be something that is not going to feel that great. So lymphatic drainage plus neck massages. Hear me out. This is a weird one, and I recently found out about this because I've been learning about like lip noise and things like that. If you guys don't know, I'm currently studying in school and I've been learning so much stuff. And basically, your lip noise are all back here in this area, right? Sounds crazy, but stimulating your neck and the area right behind your ears, that is going to help release stagnation and improve circulation to your scalp. So essentially you're helping clear any blockages behind your neck, and it's going to help the circulation to your scalp. And I've put like wash out routines on my channel before. I just posted one, and I also had one a few years back that I posted. I absolutely love gua sha massages. They're so good for so many different things, but helping with lymphatic drainage and like the lip noise and things like that, it's absolutely so amazing for those type of things. So I'll have more information down in the description box for anyone who wants to know more about that. Yes, a really big game changer. If you really want to get to the underlining stuff, that is a good tip to use. Okay, so filter water is a game changer. Did you guys know that hard water actually causes so many issues for your hair? I learned this from a hairstylist. I at first had no idea that hard water was an issue. When I moved to my new state, I used to live in Louisville, Kentucky, and we are known for having some of the best water, and I just didn't know that water was such an issue. Well, I do now, because we had to get water softener and a filter for our water, because yeah, it can be an issue for your hair. It can cause buildup. It can cause your hair to be really fuzzy around the roots. So let's talk about it. Hard water can lead to breakage, it can lead to buildup and dryness. So using a water filter to protect your strands from harsh minerals, that is going to be key. And it's really going to up your hair care game. Now, of course, everybody is not going to be able to put a filter on their water. So what I recommend is that you at least have like a water softener if you have the capabilities to do that. If you're like in your house. If you're in an apartment, then you definitely want to get a filter. Shower head, crazy how much that can affect your hair. If you are wanting to up your scalp care and your scalp oiling routine, then I definitely recommend you warming your oils. It's gonna help to open up the cuticles and also increase penetration. You definitely don't want to boil your oils, because that's going to take out a lot of the nutrients. Warm to touch type of thing, and you're gonna put it on your hair. Put a cap on, let it sit for a little bit, and it will penetrate into the scalp, and then you can do a scalp massage afterwards, and then wash it off for your wash day. So this is gonna be another inner health type thing, but you guys know I always say the inner health is always going to be amazing and good for how you look on the outside. You guys know I always say inner health is what is going to equal outer health. With that being said, take care of your gut health. In this next 30 days, I recommend that you guys put a little bit of focus on your gut health. So this can just be simple things like taking your probiotic, which can help with the microbiome, I hope I said that right, and the gut. A lot of people say that your gut is like your second brain, because if your gut is off balance, it makes so many other things off balance. It can make your hair go off balance, hormones go off balance. So many other things can just be thrown off balance if you don't have a good environment within the gut area. Okay, so the last tip that I wanted to put in here is kind of like a little bit weird. That is going to be to switch up your parts when you're doing your hair. So if you wear the side part all the time, did you know that that can cause that side that you're constantly parting to thin out? If you're constantly doing it on that one side all the time, it's putting a bit of stress on that section. And over time, it's not going to happen immediately, but over time, it will start to thin out that area. If you guys agree with that last tip, leave it down below. Have you ever had experience with that? I'm really curious to know. So those are my 10 very impactful tips that you can use to up your hair care game and get some great, insane growth. And if you put a focus on this stuff for 30 days, then you are definitely going to get some results. So I'm excited to see how you guys do with that. And also, I never do this, but for this video in particular, I wanted to create like a document for you guys to track your habits, not just for your hair health, but for your actual body and for your inner health, which in turn is going to also help with your hair health. So I have that down below if you guys want to download that free tracker for yourself. Let me know down below if any of these tips are going to be something that you're going to be incorporating. And also, do not forget to subscribe to this channel. So hit the subscribe button. It's free. It's right there. And thank you guys so much for all the support that you've given me on the channel as I've come back from my huge break. And I've been having so much fun doing like shorts and videos and seeing you guys, you know, like that content as well. So thank you so much for that. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.